The Flash,
iZombie, Arrow, Shield,
And we're gonna hate watch
The Geek Chat. Point 5.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Geek Chat Point 5. I'm your host, Desmond, and with me, as always, is my co-host,
Rich.
Yay, that's
Yay.
the Rich. He's here all the time, every episode.
Day.
He's like that monkey on my back.
So now I'm cocaine,
No.
marijuana,
No, not even any of
alcohol.
that. No, this is a family show.
You, Mr. Potty Mouth, this is a family show.
How dare you? Anyway, so yes, you're tuning in to the Geek Chat Point 5, our Point 5 edition, which is normally on Thursdays, is when we post it on SoundCloud between 12 and 2 every Thursday. So please tune in. You can also check out all of our other shows that we have. Our main show, which is an hour-long live show that we do on MixLR, just simply called The Geek Chat. And that we do that show at from 6 to 7 on Mondays. If you ever miss any of our shows, again, check us out on SoundCloud. It's where you can find our multitude of our 3 seasons worth of comic book goodness. You can also find us on SoundCloud, which is our main spot. You can find us on Stitcher, iTunes, Tumblr, Google+, Instagram, and you can also find us on YouTube. So please, if you go to the YouTube channel, please like and subscribe. That way we know that we're reaching out to you guys because we do this for you. We want to share our love for comics and various comic book media, because this show is specifically about TV shows and what people are talking about on our Facebook group, which is a fantastic place for you to come and contact Rich and myself. And that is at what, Rich?
Facebook.com.
Yes. And how did they search for us, Rich?
They search for The Geek Chat.
Yes. And you can come in and talk to us. The Geek Chat.
Geek Chat.
Always add because it's awesome.
Yeah, because if you go to YouTube, there's other Geek Chats, but nothing like us. You want
Correct.
You want
the Geek Chat. And so yeah, check us out. Come and join the group. Let us know what you're talking about, because every so often we do a segment in which we see what people have been talking about on Facebook. And what is that segment called, Rich?
What you talking about, Facebook?
What you talking about, Facebook? Hey, so we haven't done this in a long time, because generally we usually talk about various comic book television shows.
Yeah, but they're repeats due to the holiday.
Yeah, they're repeats, and then Comcast kind of messed up, and people weren't able to, their
Get
DVRs
Supergirl.
didn't record Supergirl, and so we're going to choose this week to talk about Facebook, because we want to check in with people.
Well, not only that, something major was posted yesterday.
Yes, it was.
Or today. Was it yesterday or today?
It was yesterday.
It was yesterday. I don't know. My mind's
I had
blank.
no idea. Like, there was
I did it.
No, there was just like no publicity about it. It was just like,
Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because it was debuting on one of the late night shows. And since it's 3 hours difference, they wanted to surprise people.
Well, it was amazing.
It was great. And what are we talking about?
We are talking about the new trailer for
Captain America Civil War.
It was great. I
Yes,
enjoyed it. So, again, in the trailer, we got to see everybody except for we got to see the Vision, in one of the scenes when they're all together flying and running, but you didn't get to see Spider-Man.
Wait,
which people were kind of upset about.
There is I gotta find it to post it in the Geek Chat. Supposedly, when Falcon is flying over, you can see a red and blue guy on the ground that people are saying might be Spider-Man.
I don't know. People were thinking a lot of the times when Bucky was just kind of running around jumping through stuff, they're like, is this Spider-Man? It's like, no, he has long hair. It's like, is this Spider-Man? No, he has a silver arm. It's like, is this Spider-Man? It's like, no, shut up. It's not Spider-Man. But there was no Ant-Man either. Although this one guy wrote it in
Would you know if there was?
No, exactly. He said, like, in every frame it was Ant-Man. You just didn't see him. And I'm like, shut up. It's just like,
that's your new thing tonight. Shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up. Okay.
Shut up.
Side-eye.
But yes, we got to see Black Panther, although people were saying that he looks like a Power Ranger.
Which that doesn't.
I don't.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
see
that
it.
doesn't make sense to me either. I thought it looked good. I thought he looked good. What did you think, Rich?
I loved it. Batman versus what? Just no. Give me my secret or my Civil War.
Your secret.
Give me my secret. I want a Secret War next. No, I don't.
This movie will probably come out before the last Secret Wars does. So
Probably.
I
I loved it. I surprising that Wanda's going to be flying through propulsion in her she propulses herself with hex bolts.
what was that about?
I don't know. Something new.
Like everyone can fly now?
Yeah, all but Captain America probably.
Well, it doesn't matter.
How
'cause-
cool was it that I liked when we looked it down on Falcon? It was the red and the white,
Mhm.
the wings. For all the people that want him in a real costume. Did you notice the frame where War Machine was taken down?
Yep.
That was cool. And Iron Man's looking all pissed. I'm like, okay, who took him down?
Yeah. I hope it wasn't Falcon.
Wouldn't that be cool?
No, because we don't need no black on black crime. It's terrible. all these lines being drawn in the sand. I hate that. But I did like the ending.
Yes, I knew you were going to say that.
Did you like when Stark was all like, "You're my friend too," and I was like, "Oh, he's his buddy."
And then he hits him in the face with his shield.
I
Yes,
know.
I love that. That was the best
That
part.
was such a weird bromance.
I like the three of them
scene.
going at it too, and it was
Yeah,
like,
when
well,
they
it was
were
actually
whooping his-
2 against 1.
Yeah, when they
were
were whooping
double
his ass.
teaming him. Yeah,
I thought it was because it just makes like these people were trained military fighters, and
Mhm.
so if you take Tony Stark out of the armor, or even he was in the armor and he was still getting his ass kicked. So I'm just
and I like how they tied it in with the end of Ant-Man. Like that connectivity is what I love about Marvel.
I agree,
Now-
100%.
Want to bring this up? Interesting. Couple, I don't know, months ago maybe we were talking about who would go first. So Marvel laid their cards down. Warner Brothers has to release that Superman versus Batman trailer, or Batman versus Superman, whatever the hell it's going to be called. Who really cares at this point?
Dawn of Justice.
Dawn of Justice. I'm really hoping Marvel then says, okay, have your one day. Here you go. Here's a second trailer. Like, that's what I'm really hoping.
This pissing match between Marvel
Yes,
and
because you know
DC
who's
about
going to
their
win.
pictures.
You know who, when they pull it out at the urinal, who's bigger.
Yeah, I
Marvel.
think Marvel's definitely going to win.
But that's my hope. I was thinking, how cool would it be if, I was really hoping DC would put it out, or Warner Brothers would put it out today, the day after. Be like, well, look, we have one too. And then for Star Wars, Marvel's like, well, here's another trailer. Like, when are we going to get one for them?
I don't know. But one thing that I was sort of missing or sad about is the Hulk and Thor are not supposed to be in this movie.
I'm okay with that.
But that's the thing. The Avengers,
But-
the Avengers Trinity has always been Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor.
In the comic books.
I understand that, but I really wish that Thor would have been there.
Well, he's emaciated right now. He's got to bulk himself back up.
No, I understand that totally.
And, well, the thing for me, not so much Thor, but the way in the last movie, Banner and Stark became the fathers, so to say, of Ultron.
yes,
You would think that bond would be there so that when the Civil War comes, maybe Banner would be on his side. But they're already spending a lot of money on Black Panther, spending a lot of money on Bucky's arm. They're spending so much money. Why would they go that extra $1 to do the Hulk? Unless he stays
No,
Banner the whole time.
No, even if the
and
Hulk
Banner's
wasn't,
gone, remember?
He did.
flew
so,
away.
So I'm not expecting to see the Hulk there. That's totally. But I was expecting to see Thor there. I really was, because, again, Marvel's Trinity has been those 3 characters, especially for Avengers mythos. It is.
No, I
mean,
agree with you in the comic books, but
And
we
I-
have to remember this is the changing.
I totally understand that. But I
It is disappointing.
really wish they would have had that. Just have him show
Maybe
up.
he'll show up, but they don't want to spoil that. Not everything goes in the trailer.
I
We need to
understand.
have a
I
little
understand.
mystery.
And maybe it's going to be like a cameo that's unannounced cameo, and I'm fine with that too. Another thing that I was hoping for is Doctor Strange. Like, is Doctor Strange going to show up in this in some way? Or I'm sure they're going to make a reference to him because they have to. Because
Well, they made a reference to him already.
oh no, I know, but I'm saying they're probably going to make a little bit more reference to him because of his movie coming out.
Yeah, they gotta, or that'll be. Wouldn't that be cool in the very end? Because what comes out right after Captain America: Civil War?
I have no idea. I don't have the slate of movies memorized. I'm sorry, I just don't.
You should.
I know I
Bad.
should.
Bad.
It's horrible.
No gold star for you.
That's horrible. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
getting a demerit point for that.
You know, if we
It's
were
going on your
live,
permanent record, you know.
if we were live, we could have asked the chat, and the chat could have told us because they're much smarter than we are.
Or we can just hit pause and go look it up on the computer.
No, I like keeping it live because it's one of those things where we're on the seat of our pants. Even though this is recorded, I guess we could go and pick it up. But we're not going to do that.
No.
We're not going to do that. We are here and we are talking about comic books. Damn it.
So next, the Aquaman movie. There's some rumors going around that the villain's going to be Ocean Master.
Not surprised. Like, who else could it be?
It's going to include. Well, people were saying Black Manta.
No. Well, I'm thinking the reason why they're doing like that is because they're going to make Black Manta the sequel. You know,
The sequel.
yeah, they're going to probably have Black Manta in the sequel because, I mean, think about it. Black Manta would be really cool if, like, you get the book, you get the show where it's a family affair. You know,
So Sly Stone's showing up.
maybe.
That'd be cool.
You know, you never know. They haven't cast Ocean Master yet. You know, so
I got to dig up his bones.
it could be a wow.
CGI hologram like Tupac.
No,
Okay.
but I'm not surprised that it's Ocean Master. I'm not surprised.
And Mara is supposed to show up. Rumored Mara is going to show up
Of
in
course.
the Justice League movie, and then
Oh,
go
yeah, I heard about that.
into the Aquaman movie.
Which is silly because
she's
isn't
supposed to be-
Aquaman in the Dawn of Justice movie anyway?
Yeah, he is, and
So-
she's supposed to be a force to be reckoned with. Yes.
Okay.
And they want to cast a person of color. They said
As Mira?
as Mara.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. But I'm just... like, is this movie going to be like 4 hours long because they have to introduce all
At
these
this
people?
rate, yes. Yeah, we're gonna get everyone in
It's
it.
like this movie's going to be a clusterfuck of just bullshit. You
Well,
know?
that's DC.
But it's...
Speaking of DC, what they do right, their TV shows, Legends of Tomorrow starts in January, and we got our first look at the trailer.
Yes,
What'd
we
you
did.
think?
And I thought it was great. I'm really excited for Legends of Tomorrow. I'm excited for what DC is. It's so funny that DC TV,
We're all happy
Is
and
much
bubbly
more-
about, and their movies are on, and we're like,
they're like,
"Ah."
you know, it's just that weird kind of like shift in the sand between like what is good and what is kind of crappy.
Did you
But-
see the Legends of Tomorrow trailer?
I absolutely saw the trailer for Legends of Tomorrow, and I actually thought it was probably one of the most exciting things that I've seen from DC in a long time, basically because I've had a chance to invest in those characters. Their universe building is actually very, very fun on the TV show, but I never, ever see that in the movies. They seem so scared to unite everything. Like there's some kind of weird curse on having a joined universe, which only they understand. However, I actually really having it happen on the heels of the Civil War trailer was actually like almost a downgrade. It was like me too, but that's been DC almost altogether. You have to kind of just like have separate timing, you know. And at that point, I was just like, oh my god, I'm so excited about Civil War, but at the same time, oh, there's Legends of Tomorrow, yay, good, you're trying, wonderful. Civil War was still better.
I love that. Yeah,
Okay,
you're trying.
Now introduce yourself.
Oh yeah.
Hi, my name is Eric, and I am a buddy of these wonderful two men here. And I am also a very, very avid comic enthusiast. I love this stuff, and I have a really, really fun time talking about it.
Thank you.
Awesome.
You just can't like throw to someone without introducing them. You know?
I was gonna do that after.
Yeah, sure.
I was.
Way to upstage. Way to upstage.
I know.
He's good at that.
I am. I do that all the time.
You do. I loved it. The costumes, Firestorm's costume
Yes, looks great.
looks great. Jamal Igle was one of the. He had a very, very well respected run on that book. They do a lot of the Supergirl. A lot of that Supergirl stuff's based on him and Sterling Gates. Was that the writer?
I
For
think you're
Supergirl?
right. I think you're right.
So to see not Jason. He's not Jason Rush. What is
No,
his name in the?
You're killing me. Yeah.
Yeah, whoever it is. I really
He was
like.
in the comics.
I'm really glad that they
Yeah.
got that costume.
He was in the comics. His character was an athlete that was a friend of Jason Rush, but did not become a Firestorm.
I
He
wonder
was
how
only
come
mentioned-
they didn't pick Jason.
because they already introduced him and he was not related, or maybe they couldn't get that actor or something. But he was already introduced in the first season.
Oh,
So
I
maybe
didn't know
that's
that.
why. Yeah,
Huh.
it's when it was when Caitlin was tracking down was when Caitlin was tracking down Ronnie because he was all like freaking out and crazy. He spoke to the lab assistant, Dr. Stein's lab assistant, who was Jason Ross.
God, you have a great memory, yet you can't remember stuff.
No. What day is it?
What? I know. What day is it?
Where are my keys?
So
Exactly.
speaking of Supergirl, they are going to cast a young Kal-El.
Yes.
Why?
I don't know.
Because according to their own story, he was a baby when they left. She could remember things about Krypton, but he was a baby. And then she was in the Phantom Zone, so she would have never met him
Maybe it's a time travel thing.
as a child.
Time travel?
Just set they no.
See, it
No.
could be time travel. So it could be time travel, right?
Yeah, but that makes no sense to the narrative of the story they're trying to tell.
Why not?
No.
Time
No.
stands still in
No.
the Phantom Zone.
No.
Maybe she's remembering and she was able to peer out.
No.
Maybe
Don't buy it.
Maybe
Don't buy
Zatanna.
it.
Maybe Zatanna shows up and they're like, "Hey, Zatanna, what happened in my past?" And they're
And
like,
maybe
"Hey,
monkeys will fly out of your butt.
your butt, most
Your
likely."
butt.
Yeah, you got giant ass monkeys. Gorilla Grodd.
Oh,
No,
Gorilla Grodd.
Just kidding. So
there
why,
was. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm saying so. I can't even begin to understand why they would cast a young Kal-El unless it's a flashback scene that she thinks about, or maybe it's like no, they could be someone could be telling her about this. I mean,
you know the other thing that bugs
or maybe
me?
she meets Lois.
Why are we having a flashback of Superboy in her show? No.
I don't know. I mean, maybe. Okay, how about this? And this is just me like plucking shit out of the air.
Potty mouth.
Maybe people come. The Legion of Superheroes come back and they say, "Oh, this is what happened when Superboy came up," and blah blah blah.
Okay.
and they're looking at records.
I
of
will
stuff.
say one thing. When the Legion showed up on Smallville, that changed the dynamic of that show and made it like fun to watch. So I think that would be awesome if the Legion of Superheroes show up and they're like, "Hey, we heard that you're going to be a great Legionnaire one day," and then the whole thing changes.
I would love for her to go to the future and just hang out with them for a while.
Let's talk about comics for a minute since we are on a comic thing. How cool was it? You were reading when Supergirl and the Legion.
Yeah, I read that whole the Mark
that
Waid
whole
run. Yeah,
was so much fun.
Legion V3 or whatever.
Speaking of Legion, how sad we don't have a Legion book.
Yes, and I think that I think this would be a perfect time to reintroduce them both. Like, I would read Supergirl and the Legion as an ongoing title. I don't know why they don't do that. Seriously,
Oh, because the powers of BD's.
they're not doing anything with either of the properties.
Mm-mm.
Might as well do it.
Mhm.
I mean, do it, DC. Damn it. But I like the show, and I enjoy it, and I'm thinking it will find its legs. I think it will get a second season.
You know what I hate?
What do you
I
hate?
hate when people have to compare. There's a bunch of articles out there about how Jessica Jones just showed Supergirl how it's done, so they're it's gonna cancel it. Why? Why can't
There's
we
drama.
have two different strong females, two different, demographics, two different storylines? Why can't we say, "Hey, look, there's two strong females"? But like you said, it's drama if we have to pit them against each other.
Yes.
Because I think it's great that we have something for everyone. We've got the older people that, they can watch Jessica Jones and all the violence and all the sex. And then we have Supergirl that kids can watch with their parents, and it's still a great show.
Yeah.
You
Besides,
know?
Supergirl would kill Jessica Jones, so I'm not worried about it. She just like laser beam her to death. And she'd like have a hole in her. Just fix that whole alcoholism problem right up
That's right.
because you're dead.
Yo, Dad.
Anyway, I don't know.
It would be, instead of AKA Jessica, it'd be R.I.P. Jessica Jones.
R.I.P. But I don't know. I'm trying to decide when I'm gonna sit down and when I'm gonna actually binge. Watch.
Oh,
Jessica
honey, you don't have to
Jones.
binge. It's okay.
Well,
Just
I'm gonna
eat
watch
in
it.
smaller.
So what I'm gonna do. So this is what I'm
okay.
gonna do. I'm gonna binge Jessica Drew,
And then purge.
and then I'm gonna
Jessica,
purge
wait,
Gotham.
No, you just said Jessica Drew again.
Because I want. Cause
You
I
did
want
that
a
all Monday
Spider-
too.
I want a Spider-Woman comic. That's at a show.
We read a Spider-Woman comic.
No, I want
you
a
hated
show.
it.
I didn't hate it. I just Thought
You
it could have
hated
been
it.
better. I didn't hate it.
On a scale of
It was
0
not for
meaning
me.
shitty and 5 being good,
It was
you
not
put
for
it at
me.
a negative.
I put it on that scale. It would be not for me.
Not for you.
Okay.
You are so stealing my answers, bitch.
Yep. Ha ha ha. I'm stealing that crap.
I would love a Jessica Drew show. I think that would be fun. Having her fight crime, zapping people with her bolt. Remember when she couldn't fly and she just glided on air currents?
Well-
so she'd like go to the top of a building and jump off, and she'd be like,
But Spider-Man would do the same thing though. That's what I thought was really weird.
How does Spider-Man, like, how have you ever been walking? Okay, have you ever walked down Market Street, downtown San Francisco, and looked up and been like, how the fuck would Spider-Man swing around this city? Like, it makes no sense.
The thing that I always liked. Here's what I always liked.
I had a potty mouth, everyone.
No. Spider-Man's on the ground, and he shoots his web up.
Yeah.
Right?
At what?
No. In a building, whatever. He
Okay,
shoots it up
a
at the building,
building.
right? How is it elastic? Like, does he have to pull on it and then it just springs him up into the air, and
Yes.
that's how he gets the height? I mean, I don't know. Spider-Man, it's weird. Your physics is weird,
You
Spider-Man.
think about it is because if you're going flip,
Thwip.
So if
Thwip.
you're getting this nonstop motion through the city, it's impossible because the only thing really to get is either high buildings or lampposts. You wouldn't be very high.
I agree.
Okay, so anyhow, the next thing, I thought it was very interesting. You posted in the Facebook group about someone's complaining there's too many conventions.
Comic book conventions is what
What
we're
the
talking
hell is up with that?
about. Well,
I didn't read the article.
I
'cause
don't-
I didn't want to waste 2 minutes of my
Well,
life with this bullshit.
I think the thing that's happening for me nowadays is there is a lot of options. And what I wrote in the Facebook group is, for me, it's about access. Not everyone from Indiana is gonna come to Comic-Con. Not everyone from
or New York.
or New York,
York
Con.
Con.
They're just not going to do that. So I think it's great to give people access who otherwise wouldn't be able to go and see and go to a con and then see these people that they like and that they enjoy. Now that's completely different to like Heroes and Villains Fest or whatever, when
I
it's
wanted to
just
go to that.
autograph sessions.
Yeah, we
I think
just
that's-
missed that.
But I think that's a little bit different
It is.
than a traditional comic book convention. And I think because we're seeing that, it's because comic books, due to movies and other media, is just giving them such a huge spotlight. And people, it's about access. People want to be a part of that. People
Right.
want to go and do it. So I think as long as people still want to go and be a part of it, it will last forever. I mean, I've been going to cons for a very long time.
At least, 90 years?
At least 90 years. I mean, the first one that you started, right? You and Jesus started one, right? And then I went to that one. It was
the Nazareth Convention.
yeah, 2
In
BC.
Jerusalem.
In
I don't
Jerusalem. Jerusalem Convention, 2 BC. It was
Hey,
280 actually, because
Be-
Jesus was there.
being serious, though.
He was a guest star.
Being serious, San Francisco Comic-Con is debuting in September 2nd through the 4th in 2016. And the Geek Chat's going to be there. One
Yes.
way or another, we're going to be there.
We're
and
gonna be there.
I can't wait.
I think we're going to try to do an actual panel.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
And then we're going to do a fashion panel.
I hate you.
What? It'd be awesome.
I hate
Because we're
you
going to talk
so
about
much.
we're going to talk about various artists and how they design fashionable clothes. You know, we're going to talk about the Cockrum
We're
era.
not, everyone, just
We're
so
going to
you
talk
know.
about the Jim Lee era.
He's talking out his butt right
What?
now.
It's going to be awesome. Could you imagine that? And it's like a George Perez era. And we're like, George Perez, you know,
And the
did a
mini-
nice number.
The mini outfits of Janet Von Dyne.
Yes, that would be awesome. I know Roger would love that if
Oh my
we did
God.
that.
And Terry is like, yeah, she probably would be there too.
I mean, I don't
We're
think
not
Charles,
doing a fashion
I don't
one.
think Charles would be there, but I don't know.
He would be just to complain about all the costumes.
just to complain about the costumes. That's
We love you,
true.
Charles. You're a big complainer.
But no, I honestly don't think that there's enough cons. I think the cons.
Especially not here in San Francisco. We lost ours.
I think the reason why we lost ours is because we got priced out of it.
Oh,
I honestly
yeah.
believe that's the reason why. San Francisco is just too expensive to have this stuff. So that's why I'm thinking, like, if these people who are going to be doing the San Francisco con,
Mhm.
who actually have done other cons, they do Tampa Bay Con and they also do Indiana Comic Con. I mean, they've done 2 other successful cons, to my knowledge, so I have a good feeling about them.
I do too, and hopefully they can bring San Francisco back to being, let us be the convention center for comic
Exactly.
books.
I mean, because it's really funny when we're getting outclassed by San Jose. So,
No slam on San Jose.
no San on San Jose, but
They
it's
just got like
wow.
what, 13, 14 of them now, it
It's
seems.
amazing. I mean, So if you want more information about San Francisco Comic Con, you can check them out at www.sanfrancomiccon.com.
Yeah.
We got
Let
a
them
year
know
now.
you're excited.
Yes, let them know. They're always posting on Facebook. So let them know that you're excited and that you're going to go and you're going to support this because we wanted this in our backyard.
As long as the
Now we're
tickets
getting-
aren't like $50, $60, $70.
Oh my God, that would kill me if it's that expensive.
Yeah.
Please keep it.
Make it $5.
Well, that's just silly.
$5 all you can. No.
So another thing we want to talk about is one of our
The mistress of the mix board.
yeah, so people who's a longtime contributor to the Geek Chat, Terry Miller, was actually mentioned in a BDRP comic book. If you're not familiar with that BDRP comic book, it's a Dark Horse. BPRD. It's a thank you for correcting me, Rich. It's a BPRD comic book, and it's about the rest of the people in the Hellboy universe, and it's like the Avengers for the weird occultness and stuff like that. So Terry, who actually I didn't realize that, has written a lot of various different
She
letters.
has had her letter printed in either Buffy or Angel last year, I think it was.
Like
So have you ever written to a comic book?
Have I written to a
Yeah,
comic?
have you
No,
ever
I
written?
never have. Like I've done the angry like in a post and you're like yeah rah, this sucks, blah, blah, blah. But no, I've never done that either.
You have to.
I have not.
You have.
But to think about to actually take the time and actually put pen to paper or finger to keys.
And they print them still. I've
crazy.
never done it, but the fact that
'cause you can't
someone
write, though.
I hate you so much. I can't wait to kill you in the next comic. The fact that they still print them
Yeah.
and that so the whole thing is she was mentioned. So she wrote a letter to BPRD. It got printed, and someone actually responded to the letters page about what she wrote, saying, "I have to echo Terry Miller's sentiments from the letters page. I too miss the camaraderie and interaction of Hellboy, Liz, Abe, etc." How cool is that?
I know.
Congrats, Terry. Keep writing.
Yes, Terry. Let us know, and because you're our mistress of the mix board, so all the beautiful sounds you hear on this show is done by the talented, multi-talented Terry Miller.
That's right.
So,
If you wrote if you were to write, let's say if you and I sat down and wrote a letter, who would you write it to, and what would it be about?
probably at this point, just because on top of my head, I'd write to DC Comics and ask them, like, please, like, bring back Legion of Superheroes, like, do something with that property. Like, what's going on? Why aren't you doing that? It doesn't seem like it needs to not be. It seems like there's so much potential there. Like, what's holding you back? That's what I would ask them. I mean, so that's what I would do. I would write not a strongly worded letter, but it's a letter asking them, like,
I'm going to
what's going
write you
on.
a strongly worded letter.
I know that you love that strongly worded letter to your editor that you suck. But anyway, I would just be like, but I would honestly ask them, and maybe I'll do that at a con or something. But that's what I would say. What would you write to someone if you could?
I would write to Dan Didio and say, why do you hate DC and your readers so much?
I love that we would both write to DC.
Well, no.
Like, Marvel's doing everything great. We would like write to DC.
Well, no, I have to say I am enjoying things that Marvel are doing. I really want to know why, like, what are your plans? What are your plans? I, as not only a retailer who wants to sell your books, as a fan of a lot of years, I'm sticking with a lot.
It's fine.
I just want to know, like, I love your characters. That's what I would write. I'd be like, why do you hate me?
I think it's why I don't think it's why they hate you. It's just the point of, they just don't know what they're doing with these fantastic properties.
And it shows. So the funny thing is, people come in and they talk to you and I when we're here. People love the TV shows. Why can't they translate that excitement from the TV shows into some of their books? Like, why is it that the Marvel TV show... Why is it the one TV show you guys are doing? You do 2 TV shows. And I totally lost my freaking train of thought.
Why do they do the TV shows and they
But
can't
it translate, yeah. I don't know.
I'm saddened by it too, Rich, and I really wish that they would do it as well, because I I want the I want the I want the comic books to be, as good as the TV shows, and I think it will be that way at some point.
You know
it
what?
has to.
I would be like, why do you hate your DC costumes so much?
I just think the main thing for me is I really think that the whole Flashpoint thing, they threw the baby out with the
And
bathwater.
they're like, oh, damn, we're missing something.
No, it's just like, but seriously, because I just understand what point Flashpoint served. Because I thought I'm harping on again, but I think Jeff Johns did a really good job in trying to make trying to make a sense of the mess that was DC continuity. But I really don't think continuity was the problem. I honestly don't. I just
Well,
think
there's no continuity now.
no, that's the thing. There is continuity. They make their own continuity, and this whole thing about we're just going to change the continuity because continuity is too big. It's just you just can't do that.
Yes. What a great episode this was.
This was, and it's a Turkey Day episode, so a lot of crazy shit's happening. So thank you so much, for tuning in and joining us for this. I hope you're having a happy Thanksgiving, because again, this will go live on Thursday. So if you're listening to this, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Eat a lot.
Eat a lot for us. And then I want to give a special thanks to our sponsors. Our first sponsor is Club Card Printing. If you ever saw a printed card for the Geek Chat.
If you ever saw it.
If you ever saw
we got like
card.
4 left, so
I
come
know,
get
right?
one now.
Please, because we got to get more. We get them printed at Club Card Printing here in San Francisco. You can check them out at clubcardprintingsf.com. Also want to say thank you to Gene Gelmet of RLT Press and the CBR's column, The Line It Is Drawn. He is the artist, he's our house artist who does all those fantastical, magical pictures of Rich trying to kill me.
And go check his latest one out on CBR last week's, which was What If? And it was What If Squirrel Girl was a herald of Galactus.
It was really fun.
He loves his Galactus.
He does. He really does.
And he draws an amazing Galactus.
I was very surprised about his Squirrel Girl.
She looked good. I'd read it.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know he was a Squirrel Girl fan.
I didn't either.
I would think he's would be more.
You know what it is? It's about squirrels. He absolutely loves squirrels.
Really, I thought it'd be more like a chipmunk. I don't know.
No, I think he likes
with his longer hair. He's very much giving me like in the beard. He's giving me a chipmunk vibe in the cheeks. Like I can see him like this cross between a chipmunk.
No, he has a
chipmunk
drink.
bear.
He has a cosmic squirrel drink.
Yes, he does.
So I think that's where his
does.
love of squirrels. So he had to do it. It's those of us who know him know that cover is actually a tongue-in-cheek.
But aren't
his
like
drink.
squirrels and chipmunks kind of related? I don't know, Gene.
They're rodents.
Gene, post something about that because I know you know about the genus and the species of
So you think that
squirrels
he's like the Nutty Professor when it comes to squirrels?
Not that he can. No.
Oh, not the Nutty Professor. What was
Dr.
it?
Doolittle.
Dr.
No, he can't
Doolittle.
talk.
I knew it was one of those characters.
The funny thing that I actually
got
got what you were
what's his-
saying, which is hilarious. Ugh.
We know each other so well.
Want to give a special thank to
You complete me.
I do. Like Legos. Want to give a special thank.
Building bricks of friendship.
More like Duplo. Okay.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Okay.
So I want to say thank you to Terry Miller, our mistress of the mix board. She's the one who, again, makes all those beautiful sounds that you hear on the Geek Chat.
And comic book writer fan
Yes.
writer.
Yes.
She's one of that. You have to add that now too.
I want to see if she writes fan fiction. Terry, post in the Geek Chat if you write fan fiction.
Not slash fiction though. That's a little too adult for us.
Yeah. I think she does some really interesting.
I bet she does some great slash fiction.
Some great lesbian agenda type slash
oh
fiction.
yeah.
And I want to give a special thanks to our major sponsor, Whatever Comics, located at
548 Castro Street, located between 18th and 19th in really bitter cold San Francisco. It's cold enough to freeze your titties off.
Yes. As my mother would say, it is colder than a witch's tit in Butte, Montana. I have no idea where the Butte, Montana came from.
Your mama been to Butte, Montana?
No, she hasn't. At least I
She
don't
just
think
knows it's really cold there.
She just knows it's really cold. A witch from Butte, Montana told her.
My dad used to want to move to Montana, and I can't remember. Billings, I think it was. When I was growing up, my dad was always like, when I retire, I'm going to Billings, Montana. He didn't, but I don't even know where Billings, Montana is. I just know that now that I know Montana's cold.
I would want to go to. I'd go to Montana, get a little bit of that Brokeback Mountain. Anyway, so thank you so much, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving,
from the Geek
guys.
Chat. Again, I am Desmond,
And I'm Rich.
and we'll see you soon.
Talk
Bye
to you
bye.
Monday. Bye.
Weekly update.